सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्तधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Verse number 31. यज्ञशिष्टामृतभुजो यान्ति ब्रह्म सनातनम् नायं लोकोऽस्त्ययज्ञस्य कुतोऽन्यः कुरु सत्तम। एवं बहुविधा यज्ञाः वितता ब्रह्मणो मुखे कर्मजान् विद्धितान् सर्वान् एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे। श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयान् यज्ञात् ज्ञानयज्ञः परन्तप। सर्वं कर्माखिलं पार्थ ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते। All that is spoken so far are in the form of sacrifices, and the very purpose and the very spirit of sacrifice is readiness to give up one's possessiveness about the things that one holds so dear, which causes a certain amount of egoistic identification. Whatever we possess which is other than oneself is considered as attachment, and any attachment of any kind will result in certain amount of insecurity, dependence, fear of loss, and eventually certain amount of pain and suffering. Therefore, the intention of Bhagavan Sri Krishna here in this teaching is, as much as possible, get rid of this ego which is in the form of abhimana, in the form of identification, so that a person can become independent of all external dependences. And these sacrifices of different kinds are given in our Vedic literature not just as rituals. These rituals are to indicate that we need to offer everything back to the Lord only. Indraya idam nama. When we are doing the puja also, Shivaya namaha, Maheshwaraya Namaha, Shambhave Namaha, Pinakine Namaha, Shashishekharaya Namaha, Vamadevaya Namaha, Virupakshaya Namaha, Kabartine Namaha. When you say Namaha means Namamaha, Namamaha, meaning not mine, not mine, not mine. It's yours, it's yours. So that attitude that anything that I own, anything that I think that it is my own, not mine, not mine, it's yours. It is not the rejection which leads to dejection. It is renunciation leads to empowerment. Physical, a psychological empowerment, spiritual empowerment comes only when you discover yourself stronger than the world around you. That dependence will only create greater weakness. Without that I cannot live. Without this we cannot live. The more the strings attached, the less you will become happy with yourself. So whereby an individual is more and more a slave to the world. Whereas here spiritual freedom is where one discovers one's own strength and defines one's own life as independent of all these things. I may have them, I may not have them. If I have them, it is okay. If I don't have them, it is not, I am not going to be okay. That individuality or the independence is discovered, and that is the purpose of this yajna. Evam bahupita yajnaha vitateo brahmano mukhe karmajan vidditan sarvam evam nyatva vimokshase. No, understand that these, all that is prescribed here are all in the form of some kind of an activity, a ritual. But what should come out of it is understanding, knowledge, wisdom. It's not just an action, but why am I doing that? Once you know the purpose behind that, then that strength comes. That's why Krishna here, he says, Shreyan dravyamayat yajnat jnana yajna parantapa. Than anything that you offer, etc., what is most important is this knowledge that takes place. Sarvam karma akilam partha jnane parisamapyade. In that understanding, all actions come to an end. You may have to do only up to the point of understanding. Once the understanding takes place, then all other things are irrelevant. It happens to your children also. Once they understand the concept of something, all other memorizing and etc. will come to an end. See, like the child says, A for apple, B for box, C for cat, and D for dog. Why you want to say this? Because he may not understand A, he understands A with an apple, B the box. So once that letter A, B are understood, you don't need a box and an apple and a dog or a cat for that anymore. Once you understand the letters A, B, C, D, then you do not need other aids. In the same way, all rituals are performed for making you understand one thing. Once you understand that, everything gets disposed of. You don't need that anymore. Just like a scaffolding you will build to build a building. Once the building is built, the scaffolding has to be removed because that is not necessary anymore. Isn't it? It's like the people put the teeth, straighten the teeth. What do they put that? What is that called? Braces. What is that? Braces. So that is only to correct this teeth. Once the teeth has been corrected, then you remove that. Oh my dear, I have had it for a long time. It is so nice. Nothing you can eat and everything gets accumulated here. You can have it for some time for till the teeth is all. Once the teeth is straightened, then you remove that. In the same way, all these rituals are meant for a purpose of correct understanding of the spirit of sacrifice. Once you know that, sarvam karma akilam jnane parisamapyate. All that will just need not be there anymore because you have understood this. It's like a child wanting to learn to do the cycling and needs that, what do you call that? The training wheels. Once that fellow has got the balance, you don't need that anymore. In the same way, all these rituals are relevant only up to the point of understanding. Once you have understood the concept, then It's not necessary. But what happens to the people is they are so fond of and attached to the action rituals, they never give up. They go on and on and on, all day, 8 hours, 10 hours. Hey, this action is meant for some understanding. If you don't have the understanding of what action will create. You would like to clean your body and therefore you go to shower. I like shower. Stay there for 24 hours. But sometime down you get out. Because you want to have the clean body, finally, to dry it up and then clean. Of course you will get dirty again, no doubt. And then you go there, take shower and come out within few minutes. So action should be performed for that purpose of cleaning your mind. Chittasya shuddhaye karma na vastu upalabdaye. Only for purity of mind you need that action. Once that is gained, come out of it. But people are so attached to action. Karmajan viddhi tan sarvan evam nyatva vimokshase. Understand it's all action. Once you know that, you will get released out of it. So therefore, here, Krishna says, you must come out and gain the next state of awareness, stage of understanding, which is living in that pure knowledge, wisdom. Similarly, books also. Books are meant for giving you a particular kind of knowledge. Once the knowledge is gained, books are then irrelevant. See, if you have read a book, any book for that matter, once you have understood what the book wants to convey, you have completely understood, you don't need the book anymore. People keep on holding on to the book. Why? Because they just want to show off all the things I read. If you have understood, you don't need to declare to the world, these are the books you have read. Your behavior will show that. When I was teaching to the students there in Sandipani for 2.5 years, at the end of it, I said, when you go back to your own place, when people ask, what have you read? What is your answer? Shh, quiet. Truck is coming behind me, full of books. You do not want to tell the people how many books you read. Your own behavior will show how much you have read, isn't it? Your own understanding, your own behavior, your own conduct, your own way of life will show what kind of a book you have read. You don't need to hold on to the book anymore. Just like when you go to sleep, you need the bed and the pillow and everything until you go to sleep. Once you have slept, they are irrelevant. If you are still saying, I want the pillow, I want the pillow, then you are not going to sleep. So the singer also, when he wants to sing, and then he has a tune that goes on behind. Only to pick up that particular, raga, particular, I don't know much, what is that, whatever it is. Once you have got the pitch, then you don't need that. You don't even recognize that it is there. Once you finish the song, it still goes on. But while singing, you don't need it because you have already got to that pitch. Anyway, so many examples. Point is that karma is necessary unto the point of understanding, dawn of wisdom. Once the wisdom is dawned, then you don't need that action. So here Krishna says, Karmajan vidditan sarvam evam nyatva mimokshase. But then what is that knowledge which you are supposed to gain? And where is that acme of knowledge? Where do you get the ultimate knowledge? Sri Krishna says, for that you have to go to a guru. To confirm your knowledge. So there are people who go, 3 types of people who go to a teacher, a guru. Category 1, to find out he is a real guru or not. That is the first category. Manda buddhi. Not manda buddhi, adhama buddhi. Adhama means the lowest category. They will pull his dadi also to whether he is real or not. To find out whether he is a real guru or he is a naam ke vaste kuch. One person, I told you this before, this person called himself Jagat Guru Kadabadananda. Somebody asked, Jagat Guru? Who gave you the name Jagat Guru? No, I had only one disciple. His name is Jagat. Uska Guru. Uska name is Jagat Guru. So, Adhamadhikari, the lowest category, is one who is there to test the Guru. Madhyama Adhikari is one who wants to understand, but he has so many attachment and addictions, he is not able to overcome, therefore he wants a help from the Guru to overcome that. Uttama Adhikari, the best of the disciple, is one who wants to confirm what his understanding is correct or not. From a person who lives that knowledge. So, however, the Guru is the one who confirms the knowledge. First one who reforms you, second one informs you, third one confirms it. First what we want is a reformation, because we are not in that condition. So a Guru, out of his own compassion, he takes you into his fold so that you will know what actually the purpose of life is. Second one, that Madhyama Adhikari gets informed because he is not clear where he is going. The third one confirms. Yes, you are right. So therefore, in the 34th verse, Sri Krishna says, you have to go to the abode of a teacher. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam Jnaninastattvadarshinaha Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam Jnaninastattvadarshinaha. Tad is a very interesting word there. Tad vidhi. Tat in Sanskrit means that. T-A-D, that. Meaning, at the present moment, the student doesn't see himself as the one which he wants to discover. Any seeker, spiritual seeker, is engaging in the spiritual pursuit only to find out who he is or who she is. But at the present moment, it appears to be far away from oneself. Don't you say, I want to go to sleep. Where are you going? Are you going somewhere? Even when you are lying on the bed, I want to go to sleep. Where are you going to go? You are not going anywhere. You are trying to find out. You are in the process of discovering the sleep state in you. Not now, huh? Some of them are stay far away near the wall. So, Swamiji, aap batao. So, when I want to go to sleep, सोने के लिए जा रहा हूं, कहाँ जा रहे हो? So, I am going to sleep means I am not going anywhere. I am going into within myself. Similarly, at the present moment, to a student, it looks like the goal that he is to reach is away. So Krishna also takes that. Tad vidhi. That you understand. How? From whom? He says, from a guru who is a jnani and the tattvadarshi. Jnani, he knows. Tattvadarshi, he has seen. Knowing and seeing. Knowing and being. So knowing happens through intellectual analysis, being happens through practice of meditation. You know it, but you cannot see yourself as that. But a guru is one who not only knows intellectually, so that he can explain to you, he is, therefore, he has no doubt. Even if it is an academic knowledge, you may have a doubt because it's not your experience. A professor, for that matter, Gurudev writes in his commentary, is nothing but a tape recorder. Goes on and on and on and on, same thing over and over again. Next year you go, you will say exactly the same thing. Why? It's just a tape recorder. So you have read a book, okay. That book is printed matter. Next year you open the book, it will have the same thing. Nothing changes. A guru is not a one who is like a printed material. he is one who is also evolving in his understanding. Therefore, every time he says the similar one, but he says in different way. Why? Because every time he thinks about it. Every time he engages in the experience of it. Therefore, his intensity of the experience, that is what is called Tattva Darshanam. So, he says, Jnaninaha Tattva Darshinaha Upadekshanti Te Jnanam. They will teach you, those who have understood and those who live by that. Plural number is given not because there are many teachers, it is out of respect. Oh log batayenge. What do you mean by that? So many of them? No. It is out of respect. So here, what do they teach and how do they teach? They teach you jnanam, that knowledge. What is that knowledge? The understanding of the ultimate thing that one has to reach as one's goal. Tat. So you come to know from them how. That approach to Guru is very important. Pranipatena, by saluting. Pariprashnena, by asking questions. Sevaya, by doing service. Three important things. At the physical level, one must do this seva. At the mind level, one must submit. At the intellectual level, one should ask. The body, mind and intellect, which are all the one which you have identified with, at the present moment, we are identified with our own physical body and so, etc. At the mind level, we have our emotions and feelings and then imperfections and then likes and dislikes, all those things. At the intellectual level, we have doubt. At the physical level, therefore, there must be a feeling, there must be an identification with the teacher, do your seva. The mind level, you have to submit your ego. Pranipada, surrender. At the intellectual level, you must ask questions. Because intellect gets satisfied only by clearing the doubts. Mind is able to submit only when it surrenders. And body is ready to obey by doing seva. That's why he says, Pranipatena. Pranipada means, nipada means to fall down. Prakarshena. Pad pada. Patanam, to fall down. Patati, falls. Patana. So, pranipada, nipada means to fall down. It is said you must fall down like a stick. If you take a stick and leave it, how does it fall? Straight down, In that way, one should surrender to the teacher. What does it mean? See, when you stand erect in front of a teacher, not only shows arrogance, what is arrogance is about? The stick is that when you make it straight, the shadow is long. Isn't it? The shadow shows your ego. When you bend down, sit, the shadow is much less. When you lie down, shadow and the stick becomes one with each other. There is no shadow at all. So, figuratively, when one falls at the feet of the teacher, I am surrendering my ego completely at your foot. Meaning, that's why we chant, Sahana Bhavatu. Let both of be protected. Sahanao Bhunaktu. Let both of them engage in this process of teaching, learning. Teacher also says, I am also learning. Sahanao Sahaviryam Karavavahe. Let us both put together an effort to understand. Tejasvino adhitamastu. Whatever we have adhitam, whatever we have already read, Tejasvi astu. Let it remain brilliantly available to us. Ma vidvishavahai. Let us not hate each other. You may not understand what I am saying, the Guru may say. Or the student may say, you don't understand me. So let there not be any differences or hatred between us. So the student must submit oneself in the presence of the teacher, because it is very simple. Only from a higher region or plane to a lower region, the water will flow. The student must remain to become a receiver. If he is on the same level, water will flow. Or if he is above that, will the water flow? Water will flow from the higher to the lower. So here lower does not mean the student should keep himself low, feeling low. No, ready to receive. Swamin namaste nataloka bandho karunya sinto patitam bhavabdho mamuddharatmiya kataksha drishya rijvyadi karunya sudha vivrishtya. The student goes to the teacher and says, Swamin namaste. Oh, the Lord, oh, the Master, namaste, oh Lord, salutations. Nataloka bandho, you are the friend for all those people who have surrendered to you. Karunya sindho, you are a very ocean of compassion. Patitam bhavabdho, I have now fallen into a samsara. Mam uddhara atmiya kataksha drishtya, please lift me up with your side glance. Give that grace of yours of knowledge like a side glance. Kataksha drishti, rijvyadi karunya sudha vivrishtya. And the side glance is directly, let it be graceful, like that of a shower of nectar. So this is the submission of the student. I have come here to learn. It is said that one boy who wanted to learn, one student who wanted to learn from a teacher, so he goes to him, he was residing in a remote place on a small hillock. So he goes there and he goes to the teacher and says, Maharaj, मैं पढ़ने के लिए यहाँ आ गया हूँ for the sake of studying. मुझे पढ़ाओ, please. And the teacher said, हाँ, ठीक है, कहाँ से आ रहे हो? Where are you coming from? So he said that this particular city or village. ठीक है. Okay, I'm giving you a job. पहले एक काम करो. There is an old bamboo basket dirty. Take that with you. Okay? And go down to that stream where the water is there. Bring the water from there and let us do some gardening. ये मैं इसके लिए यहाँ नहीं आया. I have not come here for that. For what? To learn. That's what I'm teaching you. Learn that first. Anyway, half reluctant, half accepting, that boy took the bamboo basket, which is very dirty and filthy, and took it down. He has to go 100 feet down. So he goes there down, and picks up the water, and he brings it. By the time he brings bamboo basket, imagine a bamboo basket, you pick up water. What happens? 100 holes are there, everything, water is completely oozed out. By the time he brings pani, kahan hai pani? Where is the pani? Show me. Nothing is there, clean. There is no water there. So he says, there is no water. What are you bringing to me? Oh, no water. Okay. He goes back again. Foolish fellow not realizing. Again picks up water, comes back. Gone. Where is the water? Not there. Go again. So slowly he realized that water doesn't stay there. So he said, he goes there to pick up water and runs fast so that the water won't go as much. When he comes back, everything is gone. So 2, 3 times, 5, 6 times he does that. He gets so tired going 100 feet and coming down 100 feet, again 100 feet. 100 feet race, goes on and on. What's called marathon. Today we have a marathon. Like that, he keeps on going back and forth. After some time, he gets so fed up. He puts this basket away. What are you trying to do here? He said, I am trying to get you water. Get the water from that stream. I understand that, but you gave me a basket which is full of holes. How will I ever get the water? That's what the teaching is. What? First thing, in a holy basket, water won't stay. So long as your mind is full of holes, dissipations, distractions, knowledge will not stay. Your attention should be one-pointed. Not only that, look at the basket now. So he said, what is there to look at? Look at it. Earlier it was so full of dirt. Now it is because of the water he brought back and forth, clean. That is what is called seva. Seva is not what you do to please the teacher, it is to clean your mind. Now you understand why I asked you to do it? To teach you that service is done not to please, not to get credit for, but to clean your mind. Now the mind is clean, but still holes are there. Distractions are there. So therefore, unless you plug all the holes which are distracting your mind, knowledge even if I give will not stay. This is waste. So therefore, the teacher's job is to make sure to make the student first of all fit. Without that the knowledge will not begin. Why Arjuna was not given? So many occasions were there. Why he didn't give at that time? He didn't submit. He didn't surrender. Once he said that Shishyasteham Shadimam Prapannam, Prapanna means I have surrendered to you. Me, I am the one who surrendered. Now you teach me. Surrender means what? I have absolutely no questions about authority of yours. I may have questions about what you teach, but I have no question about who you are. He never asked, I doubt whether you are really a God or not. Never he said that. I have a doubt about what you teach me. That I have a doubt. So, first thing is the seva is done for the sake of mind to become pure. There will be little more holes. That is called doubts. That's why he say pranipatena, surrender. What is surrender? Serve under. Your head should bow down. That's why it's pranipatena, nipadena, prakarshena. So, having thus saluted the teacher, meaning there is no more ego, there is no arrogance, then he says that what is the condition with which the student goes? See, if one is very comfortable with one's life, there is no need for a guru. A guru is, there's a difference between teacher and a guru. Teacher is a teacher of any subject. Guru is not a teacher, he's a guide. First of all, he will ask you, where are you? Like your GPS. Yeah, I want to go to this place. When you say, what is the first question they ask? Where do you want to go? Yeah. Where are you right now? Google map. You say, I want to go there. Okay, the point is put there. This is where I want to go. How can the Google map or GPS will give you a direction unless you tell where you are? So the student says, Durvara samsara tavagni taptam dodu yamanam duradrishtavadai bhitam prapannam paripahi mrutyo sharanyamanyat yataham najani. Durvara samsara bhadavagni taptam. I am being burned in the dukkha of samsara. Durvara samsara davagni taptam. See, one should feel the heat of samsara. Joys and sorrows and failures and disappointments and success and everything comes in, uncertainty. I am not able to find myself comfortable with myself because the uncertainties are very high. Whether it's a relationship or my profession or any other thing, my own physical body, things as you start observing, constantly there is uncertainty in every kind. When one is comfortable with the money and security, it's all okay. And then slowly body starts giving up, then you only realizes, a pain. Anything you know is a pain. And he is or she has become pain to others also. So, when the physical body slowly giving up, and also the relationship, other people whom you dealt with or you trusted, they have their own priorities and gone away. So once you start seeing the uncertainty, observe these things, then you realize there is nothing permanent here. So durvara samsara davagni taptam. I am finding it very difficult to come out of this because it is like a heat. Dhotu yamanam duradrishtavadaihi. I am being thrown here and there because of the wind of uncertainties. Duradrishtavadaihi dhotu yamanam. Like if you are in the middle of the ocean, you will see how the intensity of wind is. Wind, apparently in the land it is not much, but when you go to the middle of the ocean, you will see whoosh. It is like not anything that you can enjoy there. It will just, because there is no hindrance, right? There is no obstacle to the wind. In the middle of the ocean, there is nothing no obstacle. And the more the middle of the ocean, more wind will move. And this is moving here, there. Dhotu yamanam duradrishtavad. Beetam, I am so afraid. Prapannam, I surrender to you. Paripahi bhrutyo, oh Lord, please save me from the certain death. Death is certain, but before that, let me be saved. Sharanyamanyat yataham na jane. I do not see any other thing that I can get surrendered to other than you. So the student should be feeling the heat of samsara when he goes to the guru. As I said, the teacher of this kind, a guru, is not necessary for the worldly gains, for worldly success and other prosperity. You don't need that. But when it comes to this spiritual knowledge, which the guru alone can confirmly teach you, because he lives by that knowledge, and then because of one's own personal experience, he says, this is right. So that prapannam or prapatti, that surrender is because one knows this knowledge I want, and this is the person who can teach this. Then the teacher should say, here it is said beautifully, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says in Vivek, the teacher also should assure the student that yes, what you are seeking for is available. You have not come to the wrong place. You have come to the right place for a right reason, and you will get what you want. Ma vaishta vidvan. So therefore he says, teacher says to the student, Ma vaishta. Do not ever worry. There is a way to come out of it. Ma vaishta vidvan tavasti upayaha. Tavasti apayah. Therefore, understand there is no real danger to you. Tavanasti apayah. Samsara sindhos tarane upayah. To cross over the ocean of samsara, there is a way out. Ma vaishta vidvan tavanasti apayah. Samsara sindhos tarane upayah. There is way to come out of it. Yeneva yata yadayosya param tameva margam tava nirdishami. There is the way out of this very ocean of knowledge to come out. This is not my own. This path, yeneva jatam, those people who have already gone, yatayaha, the men of great striving, asya param, they have gone to the other side. Tameva margam, that very path, tava nirdishami, now I will teach you. If you consider this ocean is so vast, yes, there is a way to go out of this. One who, therefore, Guru is one who shows that there is a solution. Final solution. To come out of the ocean of samsara. So therefore Krishna says, one must go and surrender, serve, surrender, and then ask questions. Don't start with the question. Swami. Not even in person, phone. Hello, Swami. I have a question for you. Is there moksha? I told you last time, remember, Ramana Maharshi. Did I tell you what? Give me moksha. What do you mean? Is it a thing that I can give it to you like this? So it is born out of maturity and understanding and growth. It cannot be given as in a plate. If anybody says 10 days crash course on moksha, at the end of 10 days, not one thing will certainly happen. Crash. Not moksha, crash will happen. 10 days crash course on moksha. Liberation in 10 days, assured. Guaranteed. Money back guarantee. Money back guarantee. The 10-day trial period. If you are not liberated, come back to us. We'll give you back the money. But you have to give the credit card first. Any kind of this roadside Romeos claiming themselves to be giving you moksha, please be very much aware of them. There's no other shortcut. Jnana devad kaivalyam. Because our psychological problem it is deeper psychological problem. Any kind of external adjustment will not take you there. See, any kind of mere physical adjustment, will it ever solve the psychological problem? See, the psychological problem has one important issue. Why you know that? Because the person who is affected by that will never accept that. This is not the issue which you will find with the people who are disturbed mentally. You are mentally disturbed. Who are you to tell me? You don't know. I think you are disturbed. They never accept this. So, unless first of all, recognition that yes, I have a real issue of my own imperfections and impurities, etc. in the mind, and I cannot just overcome it by putting some powder and soap and other things. That is not possible. It is something psychological, therefore I have to... This is not even psychological, it's a spiritual problem, there it is. That's why the student should ask the question. In Vivek Chodamani, there were 7 questions, the famous one. Ko nama bantaha, what is the bondage? Katamesha agataha, how it has come? Katam pradishtasya, how it stays on? Katam vimokshaha, how do I get out of it? Ko savanatma, what is not the self? Paramakka atma, what is self? Tayor viveha katam edaduchatam. Please tell me how to differentiate this. Who am I really and where am I identified with? What is bondage? How does it come? How it stays on? How do I get out of it? So these questions have to be asked to the teacher. Otherwise you go to the guru, I have a question. Why? Why are you growing beard? What is your problem? These are not the questions to be asked. Question to be asked is, what is bondage? How it has come? How does it stay? How do we get out of it? So the student must have enough maturity to ask the relevant question to the teacher. And then here says, Upadekshanti te jnanam. They will teach you. Who are those? Shanta mahanto nivasanti santaha. Vasantavalloka hitam charantaha. The teacher must be one who is Shanta. Shanta means peaceful. Peaceful doesn't mean every time. That's not the peace we are talking about. His mind can get to the peace whenever he wants. He may be active in the world, taking care of things, but when he wants, the mind is quiet. Otherwise, he will become totally useless in this world. He cannot even teach. Swamiji, we found a guru who never talks. What are you going to do with him? मौन है, मौन में कड़ा है वो. 10-20 साल हो गया, कड़ा है मौन में. आपको क्या? What are you going to do with him? You can learn nothing. मैं भी कड़ा हूँ मौन में. It's better than that 300 years old tree that is found in Sequoia tree forest. That is also kada hai. 300 years, 400 years kada hai. What is it? Of course, if you have tuned to that Mahatma, if he is a Mahatma, if you tune to him at his level, yes. Otherwise, when you have so many questions in your mind, and you also stand next to him, nothing you can. So he must be one, peace here means one who is actively engaged in this world, taking care of things, yet his ability is when he wants to go into that state of stillness, within no time. Mahantaha nivasanti, they stay in this world. Vasantavat, like that of the spring season, now what we are experiencing slowly. As the spring season starts, everything starts blossoming. New leaves come out, new flowers come out, everything becomes green. In the same way, the teachers of this kind live in this world only to bring the best and beauty out of you. The most divine in you will come out. Nivasanti santaha, vasantavalloka hitam charantaha. Like that of the spring season, when it comes, it is bringing such a blossom and beauty everywhere. The Guru comes and takes your mind into the higher heights of contemplation. So, Tirna Swayam Bhima Bhavarnavam, having crossed over the huge mighty ocean of samsara oneself, Ahetunanyan apitarayantaha, and also helps others to cross over that. Tarayantaha. So the Guru is not a mere mute existence, it's a dynamic presence. A presence that will induce you, initiate you to cross yourself to the other side of this ocean. Ocean because it is so deep and vast. Where you don't know the beginning, you don't know the end. So that is the role of the teacher, to teach the highest knowledge. And here in this beautiful verse he has given both the nature of the teacher and nature of the student also. Student has to surrender, do service, and ask questions. Don't ask questions unless you are ready for it. And the teacher knows exactly when you are ready to ask questions. In one of the Upanishads we find, in Prashna Upanishad, 6 students approach the teacher to ask him question, Ashvalayana. And the 6 students, when they approach there, and the teacher says, stay 1 year in the ashram doing seva. Then, if I know, I will teach you. Nothing in the beginning. Because you have to find out whether you are ready or not. So, Pariprashna is happening after Seva and Pranipana. After doing service and also surrendering oneself to the teacher. Then, Upadekshanti, they will teach you, te to you, jnanam, knowledge, highest of this kind. Who are those? Jnaninaha, men of knowledge, scriptural knowledge, ability to teach, tattvadarshinaha, and they have seen the highest truth themselves. They have the vision of the truth. So now Arjuna will have a natural question. This knowledge which I would get from the teacher is of what kind? What does it do to me? So therefore in the next verse, Bhagavan Krishna says, verse number 35, Yajñātvā na punarmoham Yevam yasyasi pandava Yena bhutanyasheshena Drakṣasyātmanyato mayi Yajñātvā na punarmoham Evam yasyasi pandava Yena bhutanyasheshena Drakṣasyātmanyato mayi. So such a beautiful verse. I don't think I can complete this verse now. Let us see here. He says this knowledge is that Yajñātva, having known which, Jnātva, having known which, na punaha, not again, evam moham yasyasi, you will not get deluded like this. Na moham yasyasi, you will not get deluded again like this. Hey Pandava. Because what was the delusion of Arjuna? I am here to kill my own people. Is it not? What was the original delusion which Arjuna had in this battlefield? Oh, I am here and I am not sure should I kill or not because these are all my own grandfather, grandsire, my teacher. Acharya, and then this is my own Bhishma Pitamaha, and these are all my cousins, these are all my own people. How do I kill them? What is the purpose of it? Having killed, and then I will be still as a, I will be told, I'll be, regarded by the entire history as the one who killed for his own personal reasons, want to get the kingdom, and etc. So I will be forever become infamous. Infamy alone will come to me. Therefore, I am shuddering even with the very thought of it. My Gandivam Samsardehasa, the bow is falling away from my hand, whole body is shaking, I'm sweating, I see the bad omen, all sort of things. Despondency, clear indication of depression. Psychological disturbance. So all these so-called delusion that you have come to will go away when you have the correct knowledge. I and mine and this I want, that I want, this is our delusion. This delusion that we have, and because of which we take wrong decisions, and because of which subsequently we suffer, all these things can be overcome with correct knowledge. Yajñātvā na punar moham evam yasyasi pandava. So this delusion is caused by the thinking that the world outside is different from me. Whether it is likes or dislikes, hatred or love, it's because there is a difference between me and the world around. World around means all the things and beings and living beings, all other things are all outside me. So any kind of relationship is only when there are two people at least. Me and the world outside. All religions talk about only three subjects. Jiva, Jagat, Ishwar. The individual, the world and God. This is the subject matter of all religion. Is it not? Religion has to give explanation on who you are, what this world is, and who is God. And these three are interconnected. These three are so intimately related to each other. Because let us take, for example, the jiva, the individual is there. The individual's problem are not his own. It is with respect to the world only. World includes body. World is not there. World, here itself it starts. This body itself is the world. And all other things that you experience as the world, only with respect to the identification with this body. Think about it. With respect to the body alone, I say, this is my father, this is my mother, this is my brother, this is my sister, this is my wife, this is my son. Is it not connected to this physical body? That's why when you go to the state of sleep, the world doesn't exist. Why? You don't identify with this body anymore. With identification with this physical body alone, all relationships are valid. So where is the world? World starts from where? Here. So therefore, jiva, the individual soul, connected, identified with the body, experiences the world. And the world is there as he thinks that I, and there is something called the body, which mine, aham, mama. Then the mamatva creates jagat, the world. Once the world is seen, you ask the question, who created this world? Then religion says, God. So the God, please understand this clearly, God or Ishvaraha is valid only with respect to this world. If you say, I am a husband, then what's your next question? Who is that unfortunate wife of yours? Isn't it? The moment you say, I am a husband, what is the next question? Who's your wife? If I say, I am a father, to whom? I am a son, to whom? I am. Then the question won't come. I am. I am when you say, when there is a whom, there is no question. I am. I am so and so. The moment you say so and so, then immediately the question is who next. I am a doctor. Who is the patient? Who is ready to die in your hands? So, when you say, I am so and so, I am a husband, I am a son, I am a sister, I am a brother, I am this, anything that you refer to you as you, immediately the question is relationships. The world. So the world is valid because when you see the world, means the trees and the plants and the mountains and the sun and the star and the... I didn't create this. Then there is a creator. So Jiva, the individual soul. Jagat, the world. Then God. So these three are the subject matter of all the religions which have so far come to discuss about this subject matter. Krishna says, this knowledge is that which will, when you know, you see the entire world in you. Yena, because of which Bhutani Asheshena, all living beings, Drakshasi, you will see Atmani. You will see in yourself, Atava Mayi, or in me, the one who is standing in front of you. That's exactly what he showed. Is it not? If you look at the 11th chapter of Gita, what Krishna says, I told you in the 4th chapter. What? You will see the whole thing in me. Right? Now I'll show you. So, this knowledge is that knowing which you will see the entire creation in yourself. So what happens? Please make this clear in your mind. We saw in the previous verse, it says, Tad Vidhi. Is it not he said? That. Now what he says? Tvam. That world or that God, now you will know as you. Tattvam Asi. These two verses are so important because this explains the Mahavakya Tattvam Asi. That knowledge which you start with to know from the teacher, you will realize it as what? Aham. He says, in you. Yena bhutani asheshena, by which knowledge, yena jnanena, asheshena bhutani, all living beings, drakshasi, you will see Atmani, in yourself, athava, or and mayi, as well as in me. This is called Advaita Vakya, Advaita Drishti. This is called non-dual knowledge, non-dual Brahman. The Bhagavan didn't say, you will see only in me. Then it becomes dualistic, right? You will see only in God. And that's why the Shankaracharya says, people who talk about Dvaita here, they have to bury their head here. Because clearly he says, it is you, not just a God, in you you will see it. There is no mixing of words. You will see in yourself what? The entire world lodged in you. And you will see me also. That means what? Me and you, there is no difference. Because what you see in you is what you will see in me. Then where is the question of you and me as a different things? It means in Jiva Jagat Ishwar, this I, God and the world, when you see world in you, God is also in you only then. So 3 minus 1 is 1. 3 minus 1 is 1. Why? Once you see the world in you, where is then God independent of that? See, in your dream, who is there? So many people are there. But other than you, is there anybody there in the dream? You don't know at that time. When you are in the dream state, everybody is there. You are experiencing many, many things there. You do not know that actually there is nothing is happening. Your own mind is playing a game there. Once you wake up, you realize all that you experience in the dream is nothing but you yourself. Then where is the question of creator of this the dream world? I am the creator of the dream world. I am the dream world. I am. All the three became one upon waking. So this knowledge wakes you up. To what? To the fact that you alone are. Yajñātvā na punarmoham evam. Therefore, if only you are there, then you are deluded about what? Tatra ko moha karshogaha ekatvam anupashyataha. Upanishad says, Ishavasya Upanishad says, once you recognize that all of them are in you, tatra there, in that knowledge, tatra tasmin jnane, ko moha, what delusion? Kaha shogaha, where is the sorrow then? So this knowledge must be learnt or understood properly. So that is the purpose of this teaching. See, teaching is not necessary if you know it already. If I need to teach you anything that you already know, I don't need. Teaching is not necessary if you don't want to know. I will teach you. I don't want to know. What are you talking about? So teaching is necessary about that which you do not know and you want to know. And third thing is you have to know. So see, I want to know is many things you want to know. But what you have to know is that which is must, without which you will continue to remain in misery. Which you realize that I don't know, I want to know, I have to know. There are three different categories, right? I don't know it is, I want to know, then I have to know. Many times we say, I don't know, so it doesn't matter. You just keep quiet. I don't want to know, it doesn't matter. There are so many things I don't know, how does it matter? So slowly next development is what? I want to know. That's an eagerness. Then third one is, not only I want to know, but I have to know. Because without which I find myself incomplete. That's why I said three levels of the students, One who say, I don't know, is a mandadikari. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Second one, I want to know. Meaning he has that eagerness, therefore he goes to the teacher and asks the questions. Only the uttamadikari says, I have to know. It is like my hair is burning. When hair is burning, what do you do? What do you do? You text people, my hair is burning. Facebook picture, selfie. See, my hair is burning. You might run for the water first. So in the same way, I have to know. That's why it says, Durvara, Samsara, Tavakni, Tapna. I'm just burning here. So that's we see here that by which knowledge, Drikshasi, you will see Aseshena, Bhutani Aseshena, all beings in the whole world, Drakshasi Atmani, in yourself, Athavamayi, and also in me. This is Advaita Jnanam. So Krishna came to the subject matter straight there and says, and now I'll tell you what it is, and we'll see in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.